Amani channel, at Urban Reporter or at Visual Light Media if you're following me in the Twitter sphere. Also, I'm a blogger, I'm a broadcast journalist, a social media professional. Anyways, I just got finished virtually attending and participating in a conference, the National Association of Black Journalists. Each year they have a big conference, a convention where all the journalists from around the country gather and convene. This year I wasn't able to make it, but I was asked to participate on a panel about multimedia, helping journalists to navigate multimedia and sort of to get over their fears of, all this change, because, if you're just stuck in your bubble of covering stories, reporting in the traditional way, all of this social media, innovation, digital stuff may seem very intimidating. So it was a great discussion. I was joined by the Frugalista and several other seasoned veterans of journalism who were on the panel. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be here. So what did we do? We used Skype, which is a website that allows you to make phone calls and also make video phone calls to individuals. So it was a good discussion, about an hour discussion. I just shared my story. Shared some basic tips to help empower the participants and help them think in not necessarily new ways, but just in innovative terms. And so, of course, I'm like a social media fiend. So I was like, you got to get on Twitter. You got to get on Facebook. You got to start a blog. And of course, the mobile's big. So I have my iPhone. What I've been doing a lot since I got this phone is creating, and Dr. Sib, who put together the panel, said, "Thank you so much. The session was beyond a hit. Your presence was felt. People are buzzing." So that's the breaking news just via the iPhone. So that's good to know. So the issue with journalists, I think, a lot of times is that as a traditional newspaper or broadcaster, as I was, is that you're kind of stuck in a bubble, right? You're going out chasing the next story, reporting, covering the story. The next day you do the same thing over again. And all this technology's been going on, and unless your station says you got to do this, which a lot of stations are saying you got to do the Facebook and the Twittering and stuff, you just don't have time to learn the new skill set. But it is very important now because, as you may or may not know, a lot of stations are consolidating. They are chopping heads. They are making their reporters do more for the same amount of money. In some cases, reporters are taking pay cuts right now. And so I haven't worked as a journalist for probably about a year and a half. Don't know if I'll ever go back to it. But there are a few things you can do to sort of get up to speed. First of all, start understanding what it takes to create multimedia web content. So whether it means purchasing a flip cam or a pocket camera, understanding how to take pictures, just getting some of those general skill sets, understand the language of social media. So, how to start a blog, how to drive traffic, what a blog role is, knowing the difference between a self-hosted WordPress blog or a blog hosted by Blogger, which is how I started my blog. It's all good. And then just experimenting, right? So all of this is changing, it's evolving, but you got to just dip your feet in the water. You just got to try it. You just got to sort of learn the language, because the culture in Twitter is different from Facebook, and you have to know how each community works and how people communicate, how you're able to build relationships. Want to keep it short, but just wanted to share some tips. Yo, NEBJ San Diego, I'm sorry I missed the conference. We'll have to do it next year. Dr. Sib, Frugalista, everyone else was on the panel. Man, much love to all y'all. Looks like it was a hit, so that's good to know. All right, we'll talk to you on the next one. Amani channel, coming to you from the lab.